Restoring men and history. Friendship, fellowship, camaraderie. It is important to you men. Loneliness, isolation, depression, anxiety, powerlessness. How do you counter that? And what do you counter with? Friendship and fellowship. Do you have a group of friends that you meet with once a month? Where you sit down, discuss things, and do you have one-on-one interactions that you relate to and confide in someone? Now let's look at some stats. How many friends do you need? What kind of friends do you need? Well, you need like-minded friends, right? Because you want to be getting advice from someone who matches up to your virtues. So let's look at a few stats. Is it a problem? It's not just a problem for you if you have it. It's a problem for a lot of men. In the May American Perspective Studies, and this is from Survey Center on American Life, men's social circles are shrinking. Daniel A. Cox, June 29, 2021. In the past 3 decades, American friendship groups have become smaller, and the number of Americans without any close confidence has risen sharply. Men appear to have suffered a far steeper decline than women. 30 years ago, a majority of men, 55%, reported having at least 6 close friends. Today, that number has been cut in half. Slightly more than 1 in 4, 27% men have 6 or close friends today. 15% of men have no close friendships at all. A 5-fold increase since 1990. Women have witnessed a friendship decline too, but it's been far less pronounced. In 1990, roughly 4 in 10, 41% of women said they had 6 or more close friends, compared to 24% today. 10% of women reported having no close friends. And while having 10 close friends, he goes on to say, might seem unmanageable for some, the size of our social circle appears to matter a great deal. Americans with only 1 close friend are not any less lonely than those with none, while those with only a few are only in marginally better shape. For Americans with 3 or fewer close friends, loneliness and isolation, here are the problems. And we know what happens with loneliness and isolation. It's not good for society. It's not good for men. Are fairly common experiences. More than half say they have felt that way at least once in the past 7 days. In contrast, only 1 in 3 Americans with 10 or more close friends report feeling lonely in the past 7 days. He goes on to talk about it's particularly concerning for young people. As we note in our recent report, young adults and singles are unique to the extent that they rely on friends for emotional and personal support. But young men today are far more reliant on their parents than their friends. That's a remarkable change. In 1990, nearly half, 45% of young men reported that when facing a personal problem, they would reach out first to their friends, not family. Today, only 22% of young men lean on their friends in tough times. 36% say their first call is to their parents. Unfortunately, this survey is consistent with a growing body of research, he says, and that's true. I've read a lot of different reports. Loneliness, depression, sadness, anxiety is increasing. Friendship is decreasing in American men. And English men, too. I read an English study. So it's probably more than 1 in 4, 28% of men under the age of 30 reported having no close social connections. A survey conducted by the Associated Press recently found that 18% of the public had no more than 1 person outside of their immediate family they could turn to for help. So, what do we need to do? How do you counter that? Get in a group. Get in a group of men. I've got many groups that I'm a part of. Where I run a discussion, we talk about history, philosophy, politics, different things like this, different topics, articles. And what does that do? That gives you camaraderie with a group of men you see consistently every month. And over time, the camaraderie builds, the friendship builds, and the intellectual stimulation allows you to become a better thinker. So what can a group of men and one-to-one interactions do for you? Well, first of all, there's an article here that talks about your health from healthline.com. And in that article, it talks about it will lower your blood pressure. I've got the stats here somewhere, but anyway, let's look at that. Mental health and physical. How do you improve your physical health? You exercise, right? How do you improve your mental health? You exercise it with intellectual stimulation amongst friends, reading books, many other ways, but we're focused on friendship today. So these are real problems, real issues. What else will a men's group do for you? A group of men only. Well, it should increase your manliness, right? You don't get manliness from women, from sisters, mothers, women who are friends. You're going to get it from men. So being in a group of men where you talk about issues, you really talk and discuss things, should challenge you intellectually, challenge your ideas, which makes you a better, stronger man. Should give you more manliness if you're hanging around the right kinds of men with virtue, right? Again, what kind of friends do you want? Aristotle talked about the three types of friendship. Transactional, number one. A pleasure, number two. That's not in the order, though. The highest kind of friendship, number one, is actually friendship of the good, friendship of virtue, friendship for its own sake. So you want like-minded friends of virtue. And if you hang around them a lot, you should improve yourself, you would think. Because you're probably going to be enhanced by a lot of other men if they have virtue and they share your virtues and values, right? So you want to pick the right kinds of friends. By the way, you have control over that, right? This is something, isolation, depression, sadness, anxiety, that you can choose to deal with today by going out and making new male friendships and then getting into a group of men. There was the inklings that C.S. Lewis and Tolkien had. And they both said it enhanced and influenced their lives. They would do readings. In these groups, we do readings, discuss them, stimulate you intellectually, but also bond you. So inklings, Ben Franklin had a group he met with as well. So other men make you better, stronger. And I had some health stats. What else does a group of men do? You can forge friendships from that. So once you're in the group every month and you're building that camaraderie and it's increasing and increasing, that's what they've done. You will be able to go out one-to-one with those men. And I had a few health stats. We'll read them. Healthline.com said that because having friends is a critical component of a healthy life too, for both men and women, studies show that placing value on friendships more strongly connected to good health and well-being than valuing family ties. That's pretty enormous, right? So in this study, your friendships was more strongly connected to good health than valuing family ties. You get to pick your friends, right? You get to choose them. So you can choose friends that make you better, make you think better. And it said it lowered blood pressure, lower body mass index, less likely to experience depression, live up to 22% longer. That's pretty substantial, right? 22%. So take action. Go for a couple of examples of good friendships from a couple of films. Have you seen the movie Rio Bravo? It's a magnificent film. John Wayne plays John T. Chance. Dean Martin plays Dude. Walter Brennan plays Stubby. Howard Hawks directs. He's a master, maybe the master. But anyway, one of my favorite films. It's phenomenal because it's about loyalty, camaraderie, friendship, among other things, justice. But it has all those virtues in the film, which gets to another topic we'll do, but not today. We're going to stay on friendship. But in that film, you see concrete examples of men displaying friendship, camaraderie. So John T. Chance is a sheriff to review the story. A bad guy's coming to town to free his brother. Dude, Dean Martin, is a drunk, the town drunk. A girl broke his heart. Now he's just a drunk. He's even sold his guns and gun belt, and he's a very fast draw, one of the fastest draws around. But he sold his guns. So John Wayne, what do men need? John Wayne hires him, makes him a deputy, and he gives Dude a purpose and an important time. They're friends. Dude can now have a purpose and help with justice and help his friend John T. Chance, and John T. Chance is helping him. So he gives him a purpose, and men need a purpose, something larger than himself. During the story, they're trying to get Dean Martin to stop drinking. At one point, they're stuck in the jail pretty much. They walk outside the town, but they're holding up there. And Walter Brennan and John T. Chance are very encouraging and help him to stop drinking. 2, when there's a moment in the story, he's trying to turn his life around, become the man he used to be again. And John T. Chance is helping him do this. He wants to go in the front door to interrogate these men and find the bad guy. John T. Chance lets him go in the front door. John T. Chance goes in the back. What does that mean? Dude is taking responsibility in the lead in getting the bad guy. John T. Chance lets him do that, lets him be the man he was. So John T. Chance has loyalty for his friend. In that jailhouse, they sing a song, they have camaraderie, all of the men together, that's the group. And you see one-to-one effort with John Wayne in the scenes with Dean Martin. So, friendship, loyalty. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Rick Dalton, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, and Brad Pitt plays Cliff Booth, and they have a great friendship in the story. They're there for each other, they're loyal to each other, and they're good friends. It's a great story about friendship. Cliff Booth is the stuntman, Rick Dalton is the actor, and in one scene, they're driving home. Brad Pitt has to drive him because of a problem Rick Dalton's had, and they help each other. And Brad Pitt has a reputation problem from a previous thing that may have happened. So he can't get work as a stuntman hardly anymore. So he helps fix up Rick Dalton's house. They're in the car, and Rick Dalton turns to him and says, you know, my show's on tonight. And Brad Pitt says something to the extent I wouldn't miss it, and pulls out a 6-pack. So they're going to go in and watch together. Friendship. He's supporting his friend to his goals. By the way, Aristotle said a good friendship is wishing the good for your friend. So you want friends that wish the good for you. And why do you want friends? So you can talk about your goals, their goals, help them with their goals, be helpful. You can talk about your girl problems. You can talk about life issues that you're having with another man. It takes the pressure off your lady. And it gives you someone to talk to if you're going through sadness, loneliness, anxiety, depression. You're going to need other men in life. You can't go it alone. You need friendship. And you need a group of men too, a fellowship. You need both. So, this story, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, is a story about friendship. It's 2 good movies to watch about friendship, Rio Bravo and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Again, Rick Dalton fights for him getting a job on a movie set where he's an actor, and he wants Brad Pitt to be hired as a stuntman, and he has an argument with Kurt Russell about it. Give him a chance, give him a chance. He's fighting for his friend to have a chance. That's the kind of friend you want in life, right? So you want like-minded friends, friends of virtue, and friends who wish the good for you. So that's what you should be looking at in friends. Where can you meet them? Cigar clubs are a great place because you sit there and talk to men. And you can find somebody that agrees with your values or has your virtues, and it's a good place to test it. Cigars are, by the way, a great conversation piece. You can talk from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. with certain men. I have friends that I do that with. We'll sit with cigars and talk about everything. Old Hollywood, stories, things we want to do, life goals, dreams, philosophy. God, politics, all of that is history discussed. It's fun. Got a guy in LA, we sit there and we would talk from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. Another guy in LA at a cigar club from 3 p.m. to midnight. So these friendships will enrich your life. And again, Aristotle would say that is one of the highest virtues, friendship. It's undervalued in America. But if you can have good friends, it's a part to happiness, and you want happiness, right? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness was in the Declaration of Independence. Aristotle would say happiness, an important piece to happiness is friendship of the good. So, friends will make you a better, stronger man if you pick the right kinds. So go out and meet male friends and get in a club and become a better, stronger man. Thank you.